Bunraku has a history dating back 400 years. Combining puppets, narration and music, it's one of Japan's most distinctive traditional arts. The depth of its artistry is also highly appreciated in other countries. The National Bunraku Theatre in Osaka is the centre for this traditional performing art. Each year it stages more than 100 performances. The audience gathers in the lobby. The performance is due to start shortly. Rhythmic wooden clappers sound. The curtain is drawn to the side. The play begins. Looking at the stage, a platform can be seen on the right. It revolves to reveal the tayu, or narrator, and one or more shamisen players. At the start of the performance, the tayu raises the script to his forehead to demonstrate his respect for it. A single narrator delivers all the lines, providing a narrative explaining the scene and setting, and reciting the lines spoken by all the characters on stage. This is done with a unique cadence and vocal style known as gidayu bushi. Now the puppets appear on stage. Manipulated by teams of puppeteers called ningyo-zukai, they move in a way that makes them seem almost alive. The puppeteers stand in full view of the audience. The audience focuses on the intricate movements and expressions of the main puppets, which are each operated by 3 puppeteers. This is a style of puppetry that is found nowhere else in the world. The chief puppeteer operates the head and right hand. He's the only one whose face is visible. The other 2 puppeteers keep their faces hidden under black hoods. One operates the puppet's left hand while the other moves the legs. Working in unison, they bring the puppet to life. Each Bunraku story is divided into several acts. The whole play takes a day to perform. But the acts are written so that they can be enjoyed separately. Today, it's customary for individual acts to be performed on their own. The story is reaching its climax. The tayu's delivery is starting to heat up. Varying the pitch and tempo of his recitation, he draws out the personality of each character. The shamisen provides an extra level of expressiveness for the narrative delivered by the tayu. The stage for Bunraku looks very different from the stages where live actors perform, such as in kabuki. Running across the stage from left to right, there are 3 partitions. The puppeteers stand behind these partitions as they operate the puppets. From where the audience is sitting, it looks as though the puppets are walking along the ground. Fittings such as shoji screens hang suspended from above. Between the partitions, there are no obstacles to prevent the puppeteers from moving about freely. Out of sight, there are also many stagehands who contribute to the performance, doing things such as moving props on and off stage. There are many kinds of Bunraku puppets. They feature a number of ingenious mechanisms. The head is the most important part of the puppet. There are about 30 different male heads and around 10 kinds of female heads. These are used according to the age, status, personality, and other aspects of the character portrayed. Some of them are quite unusual. This head of a young woman changes into a demon in a split second. In one story, it's used for a woman who is in love and who is so consumed by the heat of her passion that she's transformed into a serpent. This type of head is ingeniously constructed so that it splits in two when struck by a sword. After a play has been chosen, the heads to be used are selected from those available in such a way that they match the characters in the play. This casting process is a crucial aspect of any Bunraku production. After that's been decided, a small piece of paper is attached to the head indicating the name of the role and the puppeteer. When the selection process is finished, work begins on painting the heads to make them ready for the play. Any dust and dirt is cleaned off, and the colour of the paint is changed to match the role. Then details such as the eyes and eyebrows are painted, ensuring that they fit the character. The structure of the Bunraku puppets is simple. Each consists of just a head and torso, with arms and legs attached on strings. It's the way the costumes are arranged over these parts that gives the puppets lifelike bodies. The costumes are just as important as the heads. In a single play, more than 60 costume changes may be needed. Under the costumes, there are layers of cotton padding. These create soft, lifelike bodies. The secret to making them look rounded like real human bodies lies in the way the costumes are fitted. This is how we create the bulge of the stomach. It has to be folded over a bit and curved enough to make a slight swelling. For the females, we do the same thing to form the bust. Although the puppets have no flesh or bones, the techniques used for draping and padding their costumes make them look like real people. In some plays, several heads are used for a single role. They're chosen to match changes in the character's psychology or situation. On this head, the cheeks are plump. But the same role requires using another head that makes the character look haggard. Using heads that are slightly different, or changing aspects such as the hair, it's a way to express subtle changes in the character's circumstances and emotions. The way the head is moved can also change the expression. Tilting it downwards gives the face a rather sombre feel. Cocking the head upward produces a more cheerful look. Slight changes like this can produce a wide range of expressions. There are also ingenious mechanisms that allow puppets to perform a range of actions. On the head of this young woman, a pin is fitted close to her mouth. This is used to hold a cloth in place, or the sleeve of the woman's kimono. She seems to be biting on the fabric while shaking her head, portraying a state of emotional suffering. Female puppets are not fitted with legs. The puppeteers hold the hem of the kimono to give the impression that the puppet's legs are moving while she's walking. If she trips and falls, the shape of the knee is made by the fist of the puppeteer. It makes it seem as though there really are legs inside the kimono. Thanks to these mechanisms and techniques refined over the centuries, the puppeteers create performances that captivate their audiences.